Hello, my name is Vero. Vision, say it any way you please. They call me that because there's nothing I can see. Hard to catch, but not hard to reach. By night, she a G. By day, singing elemental P's. I used to be a teacher, now I'm living life with ease. I'm a freaking clown, guys. Like, oh my gosh. I just, like, wrote that rap for y'all. Literally, like, for my intro. So I hope you like it. Period. Mira, mira, mira. Hola a todos. Acabamos de tener una luna llena, right? Not a few days ago. We just had a full moon. And it was the Gemini moon. And baby, yo me siento como una nueva persona. Yo no sé si es el año nuevo que viene. Like, is it the new year? Because we gotta talk about that. We have goals to reach, baby. Like, what are you doing? You need to be working on those goals. You need to be writing them down. So let's go. I'm gonna show you how. You gotta trust in your own vision, okay? Just trust the vision, and I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make that vision a reality, how to manifest, how to align yourself with your goals for this new coming year so that you can start planning it now. The first thing you want to do is do your research and like look at your schedule, look at your life, take a look at where you are right now, every single aspect, and what you have to change, what is positive, what is negative, everything. So number one is definitely going to be do your research. Yeah, you want to look at your schedule. You want to look at your calendar. Like, what is your day-to-day life like? Do you go to school? Are you working full-time, part-time? Are you just working on yourself, your own business, your small business? Are you a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, parent, so and so? So first you want to take a look at your life, research, and see what it is that you want to accomplish, right? For me, I can tell you it's like I'm working on my physical, like I'm going to the gym and I want to be more active, and that's gonna lead me to my next goal. So right now I'm focused on the gym and I'm focused on my body, my looks, my physical. So for me, I will look at my life, like how do I fit the gym into my life? How am I gonna fit what I want into my life, right? So with that being said, you're gonna need one of these, and this is my weekly planner. This is how I like to have my planner. Yes, you need a planner. You need an electronic able to write it down. It doesn't matter, like you can do it on your own calendar if you want, but just make sure that you're putting it in somewhere you're working on your goals. Okay, so for me, I like to look at it every day in my face. So I get a weekly planner, and whatever doesn't fit, I just write it down here. Like hanging out with friends, I wanted to do some volunteering this month, I put it here. I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but I just make sure that I write it down. So I would go in, I would put the month, the week, whatever week in the month it is, the first week, the second week, the third, and then here's Monday through Sunday, and I do write everything that I already have planned to do, and then I start adding my goals into it, what I want to do, what I want to accomplish. Okay, so then once you do all your research and you look at your schedule, you look at your life, and now you want to align your goals with your life. So what are your goals? You're going to write them down, all right? So you're gonna write them down in your in the calendar, wherever your planner, wherever that you feel comfortable. Just make sure that you know that it's coming, and you know that you have to incorporate it into your daily life. So sometimes I like to create a log, like something like this, or you can just do it in an app or something, if you're more tech savvy. So it just says like do it every day, and like you would write the days of the month in here, you would write what it's for. Like I would write the gym, and then I would color in every bubble every day that I went to the gym. And my gym does this for me already on its own application, so you always want to make sure wherever you are, like in a class, that they're also holding you accountable for completing those goals. Okay, so this is just my way of holding myself accountable. I also have like other people to hold me accountable, like a buddy, but you can do the same. You can find a classmate, you can find a partner, just to hold you accountable, to check in and make sure that you're still working on those goals. So somehow magically I had finished this video and the rest of the footage had disappeared. So here I am recording it again for you guys. And you know, funny enough, I was taking my advice, I was following these steps, and I was trying to manifest one of my like videos, my TikTok, Instagram reels, to go viral with an artist that I really love, and she actually ended up reposting me. So I'm telling y'all, this works. Like, this really works, and you can do anything. But no, I feel like that was just so ironic. That's so crazy. Like literally last night, as I woke up like at 3 a.m. and I saw that she had posted me like a few hours before. So I didn't even notice until I woke up, and I woke up to this blessing, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was screaming, yo. It was crazy, but you know. So there is power in manifestation, and I want you guys to follow these 4 steps. Now, number 3, you need to take action. I feel like this is the most important step of all, because it's going to lead you to your success, or just the results that you were looking for. And so number 3, taking action, is definitely gonna be what you want to focus on. After you did your research, after you align your goals, after you know what it is that you want, and you believe in that, and you're like 100% sure and confident in it, you want to start, you know, having faith in it. You know, pray about it, you know, keep wishing upon it, and you have to practice what you preach, right? So like, let's say for me, like if I really want to meet my goal weight, I have to take action and go to the gym. Like at first, you know, I was like, okay, let me just, you know, do a little bit of home workouts here and there. I was very inconsistent. Like I started my health journey like in September, October, and I was very inconsistent with the gym. You know, I was just going just to go, just to convince myself that I was being active. But honestly, I didn't start seeing results until I started consistently going. Like I planned it out. I started doing all of this. I started logging it. I started collecting my data. I started, you know, believing that if I kept going on this track, if I keep going how I'm going, eventually I'm gonna have to see results, right? And you can stick to the same routine, or you can change it up and make new routines. Like it's literally up to you. Like you are the co-creator of your life, so you decide which steps you're gonna take, which directions you're gonna go. You know, a lot of times I used to find myself in crossroads, and this would be like the worst point ever, because I'm like, okay, I know I'm in the in-between phase, I know I'm in the waiting period, but I just don't know which direction to go. You know, I don't know which road to take. I have so many goals, so many hobbies and things like that, and I'm sure we all do. You know, I'm sure you may even have just one that you really want to achieve. So I've always been envy of people who like just have their goals aligned, and I'm like I have to be a part of this. I have to, you know, see how these people are making it, and I want to do the same. I want to apply it to my life as well. So you really have to take action. You have to be the one to decide that your life is going to change from this moment on, that you're going to achieve those goals from this moment on, starting now. You know, we all have to start somewhere, and that's what I kept telling myself. It's like, as long as you start somewhere, you're going to continue to grow in it, continue to build upon it, continue to work on it, and that's all that matters, is the process. you know, part of taking action is gathering all the materials, all the resources that you need as well. Like for me, I had to go buy a scale, I had to go, you know, get a membership, I had to take that risk, you know what I'm saying? You can go even further upon that, like, you know, based on whatever you can afford or whatever you are able to do or able to get. But I just recommend getting as much resources, as much help, as much support as you can, because that's going to turn your actions into results way faster. A lot of times I was like, oh, I can do this by myself. And, you know, I would go to the gym by myself. And then I started going like with my sister, and I started, you know, watching other people's content, and I started taking their advice, and, you know, I put everything together and I made a plan. I made something that works for me. So, you know, that's just my example, but I feel like if you guys have something that has worked for you like that as well, you know, share it with us. And because I'm always open to learning, I'm always open to taking new paths, and like, you know, just opening myself up a little bit more, just to, like, you always want to be open. You don't want to be closed and be like, oh no, that's not going to work out for me. Like, you always want to be open to opportunities, because a missed opportunity is way worse than not trying at all. So that's the way I see it. All right, guys. So the last thing I'm going to say is like, once you follow these 4 steps, is doing your research, aligning your goals, taking action, eventually, hopefully, I hope that you do reach step 4, which is obviously reaching your goal. And still, once you're there, you have to keep working on it. One of the ways that you can continue to work on it and continue to remind yourself is building a vision board. You know, I used to think like, oh, that's too time consuming, or you know, I never was interested in it. I was interested in it, but I never did it because I just thought it was a waste of time. But honestly, like, when I started doing it is when I would look back and I'll be like, wow, like, I would feel so proud of myself for completing the things that I had on there. So I want to show you guys a little bit of my vision board that I made this year. I have this little notebook, right? Basic. But once you open it, is basically like my little junk journal, or not junk journal, but collage journal, whatever. So this is the first one I made. It was just like a personalization. You know, my favorite is the trailblazer, because I hear that and I see that everywhere. So I just think it's crazy how this resonates with me so much. And then we have January. Just a few things that I was going through and a few reminders that I like to give myself. Then we have February. You can do it monthly like this. You can go bigger and get a poster. You can make it all about one thing, or you can do it for the whole year, one for the whole year. But I like to do mine on a monthly basis, because I feel like I go through a lot of changes monthly. And, you know, the stuff that I'm resonating on, some of these, is good, is nice to look back on, but I don't really like, I don't know where I was going with that. So then this is March, my April. You know, I was working on growing my savings. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I haven't finished December, but so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you know, you're going to notice that what you're about to manifest is going to change, it's going to come true, it's going to start producing results. And it's not because it magically happened, it's because of you. Okay, so you are magical, you are powerful. All you had to do was just believe in yourself. Okay, so this is your reminder, and I don't know why there was a fly, but this is your reminder, and I hope that, you know, it does come true for you, and I'm wishing you the best, bestie.